The 1993 movie Groundhog Day, starring Bill Murray, arrived on the scene like many other Bill Murray movies. Basically, it was reviewed as an okay, albeit lightweight film. With the benefit of time, we now see it as a story that broke the mold. Roger Ebert reviewed it several years after his original 3-star review and admitted he had underrated it. He said, "Groundhog Day is a film that finds its note and purpose so precisely that its genius may not be immediately noticeable. That's why this movie is worth coming back to again and again. It has now become a classic and beloved movie. That's why Groundhog Day now can mean something that keeps repeating itself." In 2006, the movie was given the honor of being selected for preservation in the Library of Congress. When I watch this film, I see a treasure with 6 pieces of wisdom that, when lived out, can make us twice as successful, twice as happy in all the ways that truly matter. Before I say what those are, let's quickly recap the movie. Phil Connor, played by Bill Murray, is a nasty, self-centered weather forecaster. His primary goal is to have his way with the kind, talented, and beautiful producer, Rita, played by Andie MacDowell. For unexplained reasons, Phil is trapped in time on Groundhog Day. He's forced to repeat that day over and over. He soon finds he's in a life with no consequences. He quickly pursues hedonistic, chaotic, and criminal behavior. This turns out to be a trap, a false freedom of sorts. According to screenwriter Danny Rubin, Phil took about 10 years to make this journey of discovery through this recurrent day. He wanted to represent how a soul would change if it had an extremely long time to get things right. Eventually, Phil grows tired of the selfish and sinful pursuits. He comes to learn that Rita represents all things good. He has to be true in his intentions, actions, and spirit to win her heart. After countless rejections, Rita eventually brings out Phil's best. Having been sentenced to repeat that day in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, Phil also gets to know the people in that community, their backgrounds, and what makes them tick. Using time to know others allowed him to know himself, and that changed everything. I encourage you to watch the movie again if you've seen it. It's so good. The movie Groundhog Day has been embraced as a fable about morality, motivation, and what's essential in our lives. Rubin, its writer, reports he receives constant feedback from Christian, Jewish, and Buddhist groups who use it to teach moral principles. Even an NFL team has used it for motivational purposes. The movie has a gentle, universal spiritual message, from chaos to poetry. In that transformation, the treasure I see, the 6 pieces of wisdom, are simple but profound. Number 1, focus on others, not yourself. It's cliche, right? But it's true. At work, when you're in a meeting with others, think about how to help them shine. Celebrate their ideas. Be about others and watch what happens. Number 2, no matter your situation, be positive, keep learning, and make the most of it. Phil gets things very wrong time after time, only to wake up to Sonny and Cher at 6 a.m., regardless of the actions of the previous day. After years of this, he learns to try new approaches. What works is instructive, and he finally finds a way out. You have the power to choose a positive attitude and not give up. Take note of what you're learning and keep moving forward with hope. Number 3, your big mistakes make for excellent instructions. Learn from them. They also keep you humble. Every time you make a mistake, make the effort to choose the story you will tell yourself about that mistake. I'm going to learn from this is better than I failed, so I should just quit. Lesson 4, your time is your life. It's incredibly valuable. Treat it as such. Time is so precious. Don't be afraid to think about the finiteness of our lives on this earth. Be aware of where you are and where you want to be, and treat it as a gift. Number 5, we grow spiritually by helping others, especially those who cannot reciprocate. That piece of wisdom speaks for itself. And number 6, don't drive angry. I hope you see this movie again sometime soon. It's definitely worth repeating. Happy Groundhog Day.